So you gotta grab your homie next to you, and you gotta bounce on this motherfucker, alright? Let's see what you're made of! Y'all ready?
Yeah, I mean, the song Born for Greatness kind of just came about very cosmically, if you will. It was just like one of those things where we went to a good friend of ours house. His name is Jason Evigan. He just built this studio in his house, and he's a producer, very well known. He did have this bitchin' Mellotron.
He sat down, he just started like playing. He's like, check this out, it's a new thing. And I'm like, oh dude, that's sick. Like, that's the sound. Like, don't do anything.
You know, we started layering in all the beat elements, and then when it got to the riff,
Jerry and Tobin picked up acoustic guitars and we're like jamming around on the chords and like finding, all right, what's the right chord progression? You know, in keeping with our intentions, like it's time to shake things up. So I'm gonna rap on this track, you know, and Tobin and Jerry were just like, yes, please do, like it's time.
Just listening to it, you imagine orchestral, just huge anthems. You imagine like football games, you know, like, marching bands.
And I think this track really just speaks volumes, man. It's meant for a marching band to be on stage with us. With that Mellotron keyboard, it was like, it just sounded like a horn section. And I'm like, let's go. So when the idea came around, it's like, it just fit perfectly.
How the marching band performance idea came to us was through our management. You know, we threw around some ideas and they said, well, what about a marching band? And
we were kind of like, whoa, okay, how do we even do that? There's like so many people in a marching band.
We went out and searched, high and low, all over Ohio, and this group called the Olentangy Orange. They actually sent me an email of a link to their performances they've done, and I was just blown away.
So I received the track, both the studio track and actually a live version from Dietrich, who's part of the 10th Street. And my colleague Craig Dunn and I got together and basically listened to the track over and over again. After determining what the instrumentation was desired for us, which was basically all brass and a small drum line, we began to write. Any melodic content we allowed the band to handle, but anything regarding hits, heavy hits, some of the dark chord sounds that you hear in the very beginning and throughout, we try to provide with the band. The biggest thing that I had to be concerned about was to keep things on the DL, the down low.